As more and more comes out regarding Afghanistan, and as the speech, the oh so inspirational speech Biden gave, came out today, I'm still reminded of how awful it really is. He is trying to force U.S. airlines to be the new, I guess they're supposed to do rescue missions. He's forcing them to do that. He doesn't realize that the new polls that are dropping, he just doesn't believe it. He's so disjointed from everything going on that it is incredible that all the suffering that's going on. And I want to read to you a couple of things that are happening, that are currently happening. So many horrible things are happening. That I'll do a little side note on COVID that will, I think, eventually affect us and will affect what's going on in Afghanistan. But we'll touch on that a little later. I did want to mention this. In Afghanistan, the Taliban are indeed, unlike what President Trump said, they are not allowing Americans who have passports to just jaunt right into the airport. That's not happening. The Taliban in Afghanistan claims of beheadings and sex slaves. They actually mark every door that has a female in there 12 years old and older, so they know where these sex slaves can come from. In Taliban's 7-day march to power, a stunning string of wins with women in Western clothes. They had to be covered up. But Americans, the Afghan troops they sent, spent years training. They can kind of be they're considered almost like a third race, I guess. I don't know if third gender would be like it, but they kind of can do different things. The desperation as Afghans seek to flee a country retaken by the Taliban, and a female Afghan journalist. There was one there where she was just straight up beaten. And in the Shari-Na neighborhood of Kabul, a female Afghan journalist, he had reported on Taliban atrocities when the government controlled. Yeah, they beat her. It was a very sad situation. And these kinds of things are happening. One whole family was slaughtered because they had been working with the U.S. I mean, these are things that are happening all the time. But, new normal's fine, right? Afghan women set a fire for bad cooking, used as sex slaves by the Taliban, the lawyer says. Now, there is an organization, I can't remember what the organization is called. When I do, I will post it here. It's something like Christians for Afghanis, to help get them out, to help get the Christian Afghanis out, because they're being basically tortured. If they're found and they have a Bible app on their phone, they will be tortured and killed. And it's just very sad. And the Taliban are going door to door and checking your phone to see if you have that. Now I want to come jump over here. Now these are basically our military members, the kinder, gentler Air Force, you can say, who are taking care of. Look at all these pictures. I don't know if you've noticed this lately, but several pictures have come out recently of our military hugging and swaddling. Look, you can see the swaddling of little kids, holding the little kids. Not that I don't think this is important. All these cute little kids, all of them, they're so adorable. Men, women, female. They put the jackets on there. They're so sweet to the kids. Oh, it was so endearing. Our military is so amazing. Except one thing. These are all just photo shoots. I mean, it happens. They go, the public affairs combat comm, or whoever is the public affairs, goes and say, we got to get a picture of that because we need to make us look better. They will not let anybody else say anything negative about the military while they're there. However, I do understand about OPSEC. I get that. I get you don't want to go and share a ton of information that's not going to be looking good. But this stuff is actually going on, where they're working. Yeah, some of these are kind of old where you'll have that, but they have our stuff. They've got it, okay? And this is the stuff that's not being covered by Americans specifically, because that is what they call OPSEC, operational security. So we can't cover the real stuff happening, but we can go ahead and cover we Americans being kind and gentle, and who knows how many other children have lost because the way we left Afghanistan. Now there's one more thing that really bothered me. Let me see if I can find it really quickly. And if I can't, oh yeah, here it is. Okay, so you're familiar with, and I think that this is very important to take a look at, because this is something we know historically speaking, that this is the Battle of Iwo Jima, where there are soldiers trying to keep up the American flag. And it's a very moving, extremely moving, you know, we could watch a couple seconds of it and just see how moving it actually is. You know, all the force that it took them to keep the flag up.
This is Staff Sergeant Alvin Josephi Jr., a United States Marine Corps combat correspondent speaking from Iwo Jima.
Fast forward this a little bit.
An attack is under several lanes of them. We are in the open.
So there are a lot of people who are very proud of their country.
This is very near the front of us.
I don't know when they did it, so.
Except that this is the entire island studded with such a line.
It's pretty cool they got this on tape.
It is what the men are living under in their foxholes here. You lie awake usually for hours listening, including this broadcast.
Okay, so I want to make sure I see it when they do it. I don't want to sit here and watch the entire thing for sake of time. But it is in here. I just have to go and actually find it. But the point is that we know what that famous picture looks like, where the American flag gets raised, and it's become a memorial to our country for World War II. And let me pause that. And that's huge. That's a huge thing. And we would never, you know, anybody else who has something like that for their military, other countries, we wouldn't disgrace that. However, we've got this, once again, we've got a group of individuals who thought it would be really neat if they decided that would be good to be very, very rude. Here we go. This is a group of Talibanis right here. This is comparing them, who have our gear on, have everything that we basically gave to them, and they made an Iwo Jima, basically their own Iwo Jima. This is the most disgusting thing, and a slap in the face of all of our soldiers who fought. I mean, talk about an insult. This is sick to the core, all while they are representing everything that should be contradicting what we believe in. So I just wanted to share that with you, that we should be proud of this. I know we only watched a little bit of that video for time's sake. It's very powerful. That video is very powerful. But this is sick. And personally, I get tired of higher ups comparing conservatives to people like this. I am personally not a Talibani. I am not like this. I am like this. I love my country. I love it. And we should be more like this and be disgusted at that, at those Talibanis doing that and mocking America. How dare they? This is sick. All right. Well, tell me what you think. You can tell me what you think on Facebook after I post this. I'll post this there and comment away. This makes me very upset. All right. Take care.